There was once a very little girl who lived with an old woman. Now, the very little girl had to do all the hard work. The old woman did nothing but cook. She made the little girl sweep and weed the garden and scrub the clothes, mop the floors. She made that little girl do all the hard work. And the old woman hardly ever gave her anything at all to eat. Every night, the old woman would make a big pot of beans and rice. It smelled so good. The little girl would come in all tired from her work and say, "Please, may I have something to eat?" And the old woman would say, "Yes, you can have all you want if you tell me my name." But the little girl did not know the old woman's name, and though she guessed and guessed and guessed, she never got it right. And so she was often hungry. One day, the little girl was walking along by the sea, and as she walked along, she found a crust of bread. Oh, she was so happy. She picked up that crust of bread. She was hungry. She couldn't wait to eat it. And right before she took a bite, she heard a little voice calling her, "Little girl, little girl." She looked around, and it was a fish in the sea. The fish was talking to her. The fish said, little girl, give me a bite of that bread, and I will tell you the old woman's name." Oh, the little girl wanted to eat the bread because she was hungry, but she needed to know the old woman's name. And that fish looked even hungrier than she was. So she broke off a piece, gave it to the fish. The fish ate it up and swam away. He did not tell her the old woman's name. So she walked on, looking at the bread she had left. She couldn't wait to eat it. She was just about to take another bite when she heard another voice calling her from the sea. "Little girl, little girl." She looked around, and this time it was a shrimp. And the shrimp said to her, "Little girl, give me a bite of that bread, and I will tell you the old woman's name." Oh, the little girl didn't have very much bread left, and she was very hungry. But she needed to know the old woman's name. And that shrimp looked even hungrier than she was. She broke off a piece and gave it to the shrimp. The shrimp ate it up and swam away to the bottom of the sea. He did not tell the little girl the old woman's name. Now she walked along, and she had just one bite of bread left, and you know how hungry she was. She was just about to eat it when she heard a third voice calling her. What did the voice say? Little girl, give me a bite of your bread, and I will tell you the old woman's name." It was a crab. So the little girl looked at the bread. Oh, what? She only had one bite left. Oh, it looked so delicious, and she was so hungry. But she needed to know the old woman's name. And the poor crab looked even hungrier than she was. So she gave the crab that last piece of bread. And the crab said, "Thank you." He ate it up, and he said, "The old woman's name is in the storm, coffin on your back." What names people give their children, honestly. The little girl said thank you, and she hurried back to the hut as quickly as she could. When she came into the hut, the old woman was just sitting down to dinner. She had a big pot of rice and beans, and it smelled so good. The little girl said, "Please, may I have something to eat?" And the old woman said, "Yes, you may have all you want if you tell me my name." The little girl said, "I know your name. Your name is in the storm, coffin on your back." The old woman leapt up out of her chair. "How did you know?" she said. "How did you know my name? Who told you my name?" She ran out the door. She ran down to the sea, shaking her fist with anger. She said, "Fish, fish, Did you tell the little girl my name? No, old woman. I did not tell the little girl your name, said the fish. So the old woman ran on. She ran on till she came to the shrimp. She said, Shrimp? Shrimp? Did you tell the little girl my name? No, old woman. I did not tell the little girl your name, said the shrimp. The old woman ran on. She ran on till she came to the crab. She said, Crab, crab, did you tell the little girl my name? The crab said, Yes. Yes, old woman. I told the little girl your name, and the crab started walking backwards the way crabs do, walking backwards into the sea. The old woman followed after him. You told the little girl my name? Yes. Yes, old woman, said the crab. I told the little girl your name. You told... And then the old woman's foot stepped into a deep hole. She fell down. A big wave came and washed her out to sea. And no one ever saw that old woman again. And back home, the little girl sat down and ate the whole pot of rice and beans. Good old rice and beans.